Hi, my name is Erik Hoff. I'm from Woodstock, Illinois, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about my installation art. I've been creating installation art for a few years now. This particular piece I did on a nice day in April in a clearing, and I created it using dead branches. This is a nice overview of the installation art. It's an avant-garde piece. What I was working on with this one was playing with lines, shape, form in the three-dimensional composition. What I think is probably most interesting is the lines that protrude out from the piece using these branches, and also the shadows that are created on the ground, as you can see. So one question that inevitably pops up is why make these things? Why make these avant-garde sculptures that seem to have no function, which is debatable. One explanation is it's for your audience, and in the case of this sculpture or installation piece, I built it for an audience of one, which was my one-year-old daughter. She was sitting under a tree in the shade, and she was just having a blast watching me put this thing together. So that's, that was my audience, and she was the one I was doing this for. So here's another perspective. This is where you can see how the installation is balancing on just a few points, and it suspends everything else up in the air. And the tension it creates, I think this is where people at large, who if and may be looking at it in photos or in person, can kind of start to draw their own meaning to it. It's within the composition where, I like to leave room for other people to draw their own conclusion as far as what the piece means and how it can be important to them or what they can learn from it. I got the idea to create this piece looking at a giant burn heap at my parents' house that I think accumulated over the last year, and I was looking at some of these branches and couldn't help but notice how some of them look like dinosaur bones, these big white objects. And I guess in my head I wanted to kind of reconstruct a dinosaur like the ones you see in the museum, all the bones put together. So that's where the idea came for this. Whether or not it looks like an animal, I leave that up to my audience, but it was that's where the idea came from, and that's kind of what I was having fun with when I was building this. This is what it looks like if you're laying down on the grass within the piece and just looking up towards the sky. It's kind of a fun perspective, and it kind of makes a nice place to just sit down and relax. And I think that's what makes this piece kind of great. It's sort of like a vehicle for self-reflection if you actually see it in person and kind of interact with it. And I think that's what has always made art relevant and continue to be important today. Is it's a great vehicle for self-reflection and just examining your world at large. So that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed listening to some of my insights on my installation art and art in general. Please feel free to share some of your own insights on my Facebook page or on my Tumblr page. You can find links to both of them at my website, which is right down below, erichoffart.com. And I look forward to sharing some more videos with you and talking more about art with you.